So I intended to do a frugal February. How many of you are trying to be frugal this year? I gave up on the whole no buy year, but I thought I'd be able to do a low buy year, and especially maybe a no buy February. And then this happened. Let me show you. And I had this iPad that did this pink screen of death, which I think looks white to you, but it's pink for me. Anyway, it came back once, but then it lasted about 3 weeks, something like that, and it did it again. So guess what I had to do? I had to order a new iPad through Amazon so I could do it on a monthly payment plan. So I have to pay 26 bucks a month for a year and add to my already cringing budget. Um,
Here's what I found.
oh, look, my iPad's making noise. Here's what I found. That's what Siri is saying. You know what, Siri? You know where you can stuff yourself? Yeah, sorry. I don't mean to get abusive to my iPad on this channel, but I'm a little frustrated because I really had great intentions starting February. And then just yesterday, I had to order an iPad because right now I'm filming on an iPhone, and I really prefer the iPad. It's a little harder to edit and do everything I need to on iMovie on the iPhone. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. So we're going to spend a lot of February talking about finances because it's Finance February. It's not just Frugal February, it's Finance February. Talk about what do you do when your finances are all screwed up. Now, I think you may, if you watch my channel regularly, you know that one of my intentions for this year was to move at some point during the year. And my name is actually coming up at one place that I could go to in another city probably about 2 months, 3 months. But I had to talk to the lady over there and explain to her that I didn't think I'd be able to do that. Financially, it's just going to cost too much to move, and I don't have the money, especially now that I just had to order a new iPad. Anyway, I'm trying not to spend on other stuff, but when it comes to my channels and having the equipment I need, I can't not do it. I mean, anyway, sorry. I'm making excuses right now, aren't I? But anyway, so the thing is, I'm not going to be able to move probably till the end of the year, probably comfortably not till maybe next January, honestly, because I have got still credit cards to pay off. I've got that's the main debt I have basically to pay off. So, but it's more than one card is the problem. And so every time I think I'm making headway, I get some unexpected expense like this iPad, and I'm back to, digging out of a hole. So I'm sure some of you can feel my pain on this. And of course, when I first started my YouTube, okay, this is not going to turn into a rant. Let me just digress a second, though. If you've been following my shorts, lately I've been doing a lot of ranting, and it occurred to me after yesterday that I posted a short that, yeah, I have apparently a lot of rant in me right now, and I'm really trying not to do that on my main videos. I save those for the shorts, but some lady was commenting that she thought I had an anger problem. And I don't really think I do, but when I rant, I think that's what it sounds like. But see, she wasn't watching the rest of my channel. She doesn't know that I don't act like that in my live stream. I don't do that on my main videos. Shorts kind of lend themselves to going on a rant for some reason because you can get out a lot to say in less than 60 seconds and then be done with it. And people that follow my channel regularly, I think, realize why I do the rants sometimes. I mean, first of all, I'm an anthropologist, and I have a lot of cultural observations about the way society works and the way people behave in this society. And so sometimes I get frustrated with that if it's seems kind of sometimes I get frustrated with that when it seems like it's not real healthy. And so then I kind of go on a rant. All right. I'm not a person that goes out and yells at people in public. I'm not a Karen. Okay. I don't do that. This is, oh, and I had somebody else comment on the video that, of course, I deleted these and also blocked these people because I don't give energy to trolls. But anyway, somebody else commented that they said, "Why don't you get a life, get a hobby?" And I thought, well, this is my hobby. I'm not making any money at this, so it's my hobby, okay, dude? Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program here. So, talking about the financial thing, you know, when you live on a limited fixed income, which I'm sure some of you that watch this channel do, it is really frustrating when you have unexpected expenses because then you just get further behind. Now, I had hoped a year ago that by now I would be kind of my head above water and I'd be able to move when an apartment became available. And, now it's just going to have to wait. But the other thing I was going to say is, and I don't want to go on a big rant about this, but I am, going to point this out that a year and a half ago when I started this channel, I was hoping by a year and a half in, I at least would be monetized and making even a little bit of money, even if it was $200-300 a month, which would have helped a lot. But that's not what's happened. And actually, this is a good time to explain also why I created the new channel just for spiritual things, which is a very positive channel, by the way. So if some of you don't like my rants, you may like my spiritual stories and observations and things like that. But that's one of the reasons I started that channel now, is because firstly because I wanted to talk a lot about spiritual matters and I felt like I couldn't really go in depth in this channel. But also, I've got to try something else to see eventually if that can get monetized, maybe before this one can. I'm not giving up on Elder Gal. Of course, she is me and I am her. But the point is that I don't want to I've got to I've got to have different irons in the fire, I guess the saying goes, right? I've got to have multiple irons in the fire because one of them might hit and one of them might do something. So you might see me have 6 different channels at some point in time. Gosh, I hope not. I will be working all the time if I do that. But if that's what it takes, I was watching one of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to who has like a living in her van traveling kind of channel. She mentioned one time, and I've not heard a lot of YouTubers talk about this, but she mentioned how she basically didn't get successful till her 8th channel. She had to start 8 different channels to get one that took off. And I'm beginning to understand that. I think there's more YouTubers do that than actually talk about it. And, if I were younger and had plenty of time to do this, I would think, okay, if it takes 3 or 4 years to get monetized, I can wait. I'm 69 years old. All right. I may only have channels for another 10 years, maybe 15 if I'm lucky. And the thing is I don't have a lot of time to wait. Getting monetized is part of the plan, is part of what I need to lead the life I want to lead at this point. I've not shared a lot of that on this channel, but I actually want to at least spend part of the year living in Europe or other places in the world before I get too old to do it. I would like to maybe even live overseas. A lot depends on the situation. There's a lot of variables there. But the point is, I have dreams like most of you do. I have hopes. I have plans. I have things I'd like to do with my life. Unfortunately, a lot of them hinge on making more income than I just currently get from Social Security. So it is important that I have a successful or at least a monetized channel. I mean, I may never be making lots of money, but at least something to add to my existing income so that I can actually either do travel in some way. And of course, at that point, I'd probably have a travel channel, with all of that information. But yeah, that's kind of, so I'm a little frustrated. I can't move right now. So, and I'm having to buckle down. And let me come full circle to the beginning of this video and talk about the fact that, yes, I had to spend on getting an iPad because of this thing. Let me just show it to you again. Show you what I'm working with there. Not very good. So hopefully the iPad will arrive tomorrow or the next day, and the next video I film I will be doing on that rather than, I like using the iPhone if I'm outside filming or something, and I film my shorts on my Android phone actually. But when I'm doing a setup at home to do a video, I really prefer the iPad. I just have a lot more options and it's also easier to edit. Anyway, back to that. I am really trying to have a frugal year, guys. So if those of you out there are in that camp too and are trying to be more frugal in your life, stay tuned. I'm going to do some more videos about that, more specifically about certain things I'm doing or trying or implementing in my life to be really frugal. And maybe we can be each other's support system here and really, help each other out. I'm a big believer, because part of my life I went off the rails financially. I'm a really big believer in being financially responsible. I've been doing everything I can along those lines for the last few years. I've made some mistakes like buying a horrible used car, as you guys know, and but I've had other setbacks too, just like I said, the iPad situation. I was hoping that would, not do that again. And I can kind of see the writing on the wall or the writing in between the pink lines on the frickin' iPad. And okay, that was a little tiny rant. See, I have a rant person in me. I do. I'm sorry. I just do. I have this little ranter and she loves to rant. But I also have a really good sense of humor. And I also think it's funny that I tend to rant. So be patient with me. Anyway, I'm just financially frustrated. It's a bunch of F words right now, okay? Frugal, February, finances, frustrated, frickin' heck. But we will overcome this. We will survive. So stay tuned for my next video next week, and I'll probably have another short up. Also, live stream coming up this Saturday at 1. I promise I will not, well, no, I'm not going to promise I'm not going to do any ranting, but they're generally positive when I do a live stream, so it should be fine. Okay? I'm saying it should be fine. No promises, but it should be fine. Okay. So until next time, all of you, be well, be kind, keep moving forward. And oh, before I forget, please drop a like below and support the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about subscribing. Anyway, until next time, do all those things, keep moving forward, and take care of yourselves. Bye.